Now on CoastTV News.
Well, the rain has been long gone, but we're going to continue to recap today's storm and let you know about some sunny days ahead, which should help us dry out just a bit. That's all coming up.
Big news for Delaware, details on a new grant approved to fund statewide projects and programs. And safety concerns about United Airlines, the scary events that sparked an inspection.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Elisa Weber. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. As we take a live look into Seaford, our first alert meteorologist Alex Seymour joins us. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening. Well, we've got a pretty windy night here along the coast, but at least we're dry. The rain has cleared out of the area. It cleared out late this afternoon. And now, with the wind, we're going to be able to dry out, get rid of some of those puddles. We picked up a lot of rain today. Right now, as I take a live look out on our Boardwalk Plaza Hotel camera in Rehoboth Beach, now that the rain's going, it's actually gotten pretty chilly. Temps sitting down to about 39 degrees in Rehoboth Beach, and with the wind, it feels even colder than that. But first, let's recap the rain that we saw today. Along the coast, Ellendale, 1.96 inches of rain, 1.89 inches of rain in Georgetown, a little over an inch and a half in both Lewis and Rehoboth Beach, slightly less than an inch and a half in Bethany Beach at 1.43 inches, 1.3 inches in Ocean Pines. But around the region, we picked up significantly higher totals. In Cambridge, 2.84 inches of rain fell over the last 24 hours or so, 2.76 inches of rain in Dover, 2.75 inches of rain in Seaford, over 2 inches of rain in Princess Anne, Harrington, and Frederica. So there's a lot of water lying around. You may even run into a few icy patches because it is going to drop to right around freezing by the time we head towards tomorrow morning. Shouldn't be any issues on the roads, but some of the ice, some of the water lying in yards and stuff could ice over overnight. Skies, they are clearing out as that storm continues to pull out of the region, but the winds, they still remain quite gusty, gusting well over 25 to 30 miles per hour. That's going to continue throughout the rest of the overnight hours. Wind chills going to be falling down into the 20s by tomorrow morning. Temperatures down to near freezing by the time you're waking up Sunday morning.
Tonight, Senators Tom Carper, Chris Coons, and Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester announced they secured over $150 million to fund projects in Delaware. The money was earned through an appropriations bill passed by the Senate today. The funding will go towards affordable housing, water infrastructure improvements, mental health support, child care services, education, and research workforce development for the entire state. A few of the projects and organizations that will receive funding here on the coast include projects to reduce flooding and Bay Beach restoration, Milford Housing Program, Southern Delaware Rural Health Initiative, and the Boys and Girls Club of Delaware. And DNREC has announced Delaware's 2024 upstream trout season that will begin on April 6th at 7 a.m. But according to DNREC, this is exclusively for youth anglers under 16. This early start for young fishing enthusiasts is before the traditional opening day for all anglers, which is slated for Sunday, April 7th. Starting opening day, fishing in the state's trout streams is permitted for half an hour before sunrise until half an hour after sunset. More information about regulations and prime fishing locations can be found on coasttvnews.com. And the Federal Aviation Administration is planning to take a closer look at United Airlines. This comes after 11 safety-related situations were reported over the past few weeks. They include a plane sliding off a runway, a tire falling off during a plane's takeoff, and several hydraulic system issues on numerous planes. United employees and airline officials said the FAA will be reviewing their facilities, manuals, and work processes. In a statement, the FAA said that its safety assurance system routinely monitors all parts of an airline's operation to effectively manage safety. And now to Princess Kate's cancer diagnosis. Her revelation all the more shocking because of her age, just 42 years old. NBC's Megan Fitzgerald shows us the royal is part of a troubling rise in cancer rates in young people.
Tonight, reality setting in after the world was shocked by the latest revelation from the British royal family.
In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present.
In an emotional video message, the 42-year-old Princess of Wales saying she's now undergoing preventative chemotherapy treatments.
It has taken us time to explain everything to George, Charlotte, and Louis.
A devastating message that hits close to home for people like May Keene, who was 26 years old when she was diagnosed with stage 4 gastric cancer.
What were your thoughts when you saw the Princess of Wales video message?
I immediately thought cancer does not discriminate, whether you're rich, poor, young, old.
The Princess of Wales and May, both part of a growing and disturbing trend that shows cancer on the rise for young people across the world. The term is called early onset cancer and defined as people diagnosed under 50. A 2023 BMJ oncology analysis found that 29 different cancers had risen nearly 80% globally between 1990 and 2019.
Why are we seeing a rise in cancer in young people?
There are a number of factors. First and foremost is access to screening and treatments, environmental risk factors, and then just your own family history.
As for May, she considers herself among the lucky ones. The cancer is gone for now, but she still has 5 more years of tests and scans ahead. It's a very difficult and emotional journey that more and more young people are forced to take.
For everyone facing this disease, in whatever form, please do not lose faith or hope.
Megan Fitzgerald, NBC News, Windsor.
The new Rehoboth Beach Patrol building is under construction and making progress. According to the city of Rehoboth, the sheet pile installation is done, which is like a retaining wall. This week, the city is working on pipes for the building, and they say the following week, foundation work on the main building will begin, like pouring concrete. All of that will go through the end of the month, and it's going to be noisy, so plan ahead. And heads up for drivers in the Ocean Pines area. There will be some different traffic patterns next week. The town says that street milling, that's the process of removing a large layer of road so that new asphalt can be laid down, will impact traffic on several streets. Work is set to start on Monday, weather permitting. 8 different streets will be worked on, including Battersea Road and Canal Road. The town says flaggers will help direct traffic, and plans are always to keep 1 lane open on each street. And according to the Office of the Maryland State Fire Marshal, a house fire broke out in Salisbury around 12:41 this morning. Officials say the fire happened on North Division Street. And officials say the fire started in the master bedroom, and it took crews about 15 minutes to put it out. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, but smoke alarms were working and no one was injured. Officials say the damage cost about $20,000. And we are seeing movement in the Delaware General Assembly that would allow alcohol to be delivered to your door. On Thursday, the Senate passed Bill 166, and it now awaits to be heard by the House of Representatives. The bill would allow for places like breweries and restaurants to deliver alcohol right to their customers. The businesses would have to follow some rules, like only being allowed to ship select amounts of alcohol and requiring people to buy food as well. Delaware is one of the few states in the entire country that doesn't allow alcohol deliveries. We spoke with one Sussex County business about the potential change.
We get a lot of customers that come in here and they're just like, oh, can we order from you? Like, you can. Do you live in state? Yes. Then we can't ship it to you.
The bill could face opposition. We reported this week that a House committee voted not to send the House version of this bill, House Bill 259, to the floor for a vote. And a lot happened this week along the coast, but don't worry if you missed a story, because Charlie Sakaitis will have your week in review in just 60 seconds.
Fishing trip hit a snag? Won't stop us. In a Nissan SUV, adventure begins where the road ends.
Drive a Nissan SUV. Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Here for this nonsense? Let's just stop and rest. Oh wait, look, there's Hank. Hey, Hank. I wish I had a Hank like that.
Girl, I wish I had a house like that.
I heard he has a screened-in back porch.
Nah, I heard he has a courtyard.
You know he has a dog washing station in his house?
We should definitely invite ourselves over.
Right? We do need a spa day.
Yes, spa day.
Yeah, I say mani-pedi. Look at my nails. I've been digging in flower beds all day.
Fishing trip hit a snag? Won't stop us. In a Nissan SUV, adventure begins where the road ends.
Drive a Nissan SUV. Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
From drones cleaning the Milton Water Tower to the firing of a local school principal, there was a lot going on this week here on the coast. And Charlie Sakaitis has our week in review.
Monday, drones were used to clean the Milton Water Tower. If you looked up, you could see them spraying the green gunk away. Mid-Atlantic Pro Wash says this is a safer option than sending a person up there that high. Milton is the first water tower they've used drones to clean. On Tuesday, Milton's Planning and Zoning Commission unanimously approved the site plan for the first section of the granary at Draper Farms, sending the proposal to Town Council. There's no relation to Draper Media, by the way. The massive development would add over 1,000 homes along Sand Hill Road when it is complete and effectively double the size of Milton. Wednesday, if you've been driving on Coastal Highway lately, you've probably seen the sign advertising the upcoming referendum. The district says it wants to buy property on Cedar Grove Road to build a district office, swimming pool, and handle the increased enrollment. On Thursday, Dr. Bradley Layfield officially fired. His attorney, Thomas Newberger, says that this comes after a 7-0 vote by the Indian River School District. The district previously said Layfield had a history of inappropriate behavior. Layfield's lawyer went point by point to refute every charge weighed against his client. And Friday, an early allergy season. Trees like maple and juniper are the main culprits so far this year. Warm weather returning earlier in the year as a result of climate change is causing pollen season to become longer and longer.
Well, we're going to see much drier weather on the way to the coast for the rest of this weekend. Heading into early next week, I'll let you know just how long we can expect this drier weather to persist. Coming up just after the break.
Hardee's Philly cheesesteak favorites are back. Handcrafted creations with sautéed peppers, onions, and melty cheese to reinvent the signature Philly classics from sunrise to supper time. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Hi, it's Peter Guida, and on this episode of McQueen Classics, we're going to define what a classic car is. Any car 25 years or older, 1997 and below. So if it's languishing in your garage, we're going to come get it. We're going to turn it into cash, and we're going to help you sell it. Seriously, we're going to come get it. It's time for the ride of your dreams from McQueen's. Behind the new Redners on Route 9 in Lewis.
Delmarva Sports Network is on the lookout for a social media promotions producer. Manage your digital scene and craft content that captures the spirit of local sports. Successful candidates have at least 5 years of experience and a passion for sports to produce thrilling videos that engage and inspire. Join our team and make a difference in how sports stories are told. Apply today at DraperMediaJobs.com. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
The goodness of Hardee's 2 for $5 wraps just got better. Now choose 2 wraps for breakfast or 2 hand-breaded chicken wraps for lunch or dinner. Morning to night, get 2 wraps, $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Well, the rain's gone, but the wind has stuck around this evening. We are seeing some very gusty winds out there this evening all across Delmarva. That is causing some pretty rough conditions at the beaches. Gateway Subaru camera at the Commander Hotel. If you look closer towards the waves, you can actually see the spray being pushed back as the waves crash on the beach. So we've got rough surf out there, and that is going to continue for the next several days. The difference is the wind this evening is pushing that spray back into the ocean. Those winds are actually going to turn to more onshore as we head over the next couple of days. That's actually going to start to push that water up along the beaches. So coastal flooding is going to be a rising threat. So what we need to know, we are going to start to dry out. So that's a positive. Sunshine returns on Sunday. We're going to stay dry for the next several days. Gusty winds, they are going to be sticking around, especially right along the coast. So at the beaches, we're going to see gusts over 40 miles per hour at times, probably through at least Monday night. And then even on Tuesday, we're going to see 25, 35 mile per hour wind gusts. That's going to be an onshore wind starting tomorrow afternoon, going all the way through Tuesday. So coastal flooding going to become a problem because that's going to be combining with a full moon. So coastal flooding Sunday through Tuesday along the Delaware Bay, along the Atlantic Ocean, along those inland bays. For that reason, we do have a coastal flood watch in effect for Sussex County. That may be expanded into Worcester County and most likely will be expanded into Worcester County as we head closer to the week ahead. Gale warnings, well, they still remain in effect on all area waterways. Our storm system that brought all that wet weather is moving away, but we're actually going to see an area of low pressure just kind of get stuck off our coast. That's what's going to result in that those northeasterly winds Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Right now, those winds more out of the north to northwest still. So we're gusting up to 21 miles per hour in Lewis, gusting to 20 in Bethany Beach, 26 miles per hour in Georgetown, gusting to 35 in Salisbury, 25 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts. That's going to continue all night long. 3 a.m. in the morning, 34 mile per hour wind gusts in Lewis. Still coming out of the north. That is coming down in the Delaware Bay. So in Lewis, you are starting to see that push of water right on to the coast, so there could be some elevated water levels even Sunday morning. But it's really once we get towards Sunday afternoon when those winds start to turn to more out of the northeast, starts to push that water into the coastline. That's when it's going to pick up that coastal flooding threat. That's going to continue into Monday afternoon with those north to northeasterly winds. Continues into Tuesday afternoon with those north to northeasterly winds. So several days straight of an onshore flow with a full moon. So we're going to run into those issues. In Lewis, we're expecting minor coastal flooding on Sunday, moderate coastal flooding on Monday and Tuesday. And we could be even approaching major coastal flooding during some of the high tide cycles Monday and Tuesday. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast, at least with the gusty winds lingering, we're at least going to see sunshine Sunday and Monday with those temps in the low 50s. Wind chills are going to be dipping down into the 20s each of the next 2 mornings, so make sure you bundle up if you are heading out early. 60s return by the end of the week, though.
Luxury fashion brand Hermes is facing a lawsuit alleging that its Birkin handbags are too hard to buy. Hermes produces a very limited number of Birkins per year, selling for $10,000 at retail, but much more at auction. 2 California customers in their lawsuit claim that the way Hermes sells its bags is a violation of antitrust law. The 2 customers claim they were told they have to have a spending history with the company, which means purchasing other Hermes items first to be eligible to buy its bag. Although U.S. law forbids monopolies from using forced buying or tie-in sales, experts say proving monopoly claims is difficult. And the Cape Henlopen School District says it needs more money. If you've been driving on Coastal Highway lately, you've probably seen the sign advertising the upcoming referendum. The district says it will use the money to buy property on Cedar Grove Road. They would build a new district office, swimming pool, and handle the increasing enrollment. If approved, property owners would pay 55 cents per $100 of property value, which the district says on average is $153 the first year, and then it decreases. But not everyone who pays taxes to the district is in favor of the raise.
I wouldn't appreciate that. I'm a senior citizen and I'm on Social Security, and so that would not be good, you know. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm very disappointed in our public schools.
Anyone over 18 and lives in the district can vote in the referendum on Tuesday, but only property owners would pay the taxes if it's approved. The referendum will be held from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And coming up, a medical breakthrough, details on a recent transplant of a genetically modified animal organ into a living person.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
My real estate approach is about building relationships with my clients and providing the best experience with results.
She's not going to let you down. She's going to make sure that even when there's a bump in the road, she smooths it out quickly.
She would facilitate anything that we needed. She went above and beyond. So it was a very seamless process where she delivered on everything she said she would do.
She was so patient with all of our questions. It was a great experience overall.
Let me help you get to your next destination.
Call our mom, she's the best.
She really is.
Are you looking to transform your mobile home? Choosing a company that doesn't know the difference between a manufactured and a stick-built home can lead to major repairs in the future. At Delaware Mobile Home Repair, we work exclusively with manufactured homes. So whether you need your bathroom remodeled, new roofing, siding, or any other restoration or renovation on your mobile home, the team at Delaware Mobile Home Repair will get the job done right. Visit our website today and start your free estimate with Delaware Mobile Home Repair.
A diagnosis of fibromyalgia or rheumatoid arthritis can leave you feeling helpless and wondering how to control the pain. Acupuncture is a holistic approach that releases endorphins, improves energy levels, and eases widespread body pain.
I suffered from RA and fibro pain for 11 years. Acupuncture has worked for me. I'm enjoying time with my grandchildren. My pain is manageable now. Delmarva Acupuncture has gave me my life back.
To learn more about how Delmarva Acupuncture can help with fibro and RA, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Dan and Cher here as our first duo coaches.
2, it's a lot better than 1. Don't let her sweet talk you.
I need a partner.
Unbelievable!
Boys. The Voice, all new, Monday and Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
In your health news tonight, for the first time ever, doctors say they've successfully completed the transplant of a genetically modified pig kidney into a living person. CNN's Mandy Gaither has more on the impact this may have on the future of treating human disease.
Following years and years of study, decades of study, months of planning, and hours of surgery, hope became a reality for our patient, Rick Slayman.
It's a world first. Doctors from Massachusetts General Hospital say a 62-year-old man in the final permanent stage of chronic kidney disease successfully received a transplant of a genetically modified pig kidney.
I'm pleased to report that Mr. Slayman is feeling well and recovering nicely.
This could be the future of transplants, allowing for viable and readily available organs to go to patients in desperate need. Researchers first transplanted genetically modified kidneys into primates. One survived up to 2 years, says the surgeon who performed this latest operation.
The outcomes in humans are expected to be more favorable because those gene edits were designed for humans rather than non-human primates.
Researchers say pig organs have a similar structure to human organs. The animals come in many sizes, they're easily bred, and have large litters.
By the end of this day, 17 Americans and more than double that number of patients around the world will die waiting for a transplant because there's just not enough donor organs to go around.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
A portion of a class action lawsuit filed by 10 former NFL players against the league is moving forward. Reports say the U.S. District Court in Maryland made the decision on Thursday in a case regarding the NFL's disability plan. Last June, the league had originally filed for a motion to dismiss all claims against it made by the former players. The 10 former players believe they are representing a larger group of players that are not receiving benefits but believe they should. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is the chair of the NFL Disability Board that ultimately decides on players' benefits. Players given NFL disability plan benefits can receive as much as $22,000 a month. And a rally in Yonkers, New York on Friday was one of several across the New York state to protest potential state cuts to Medicaid. Protesters outside of St. Joseph's Medical Center were joined by thousands of others in rallies from Manhattan to Syracuse to Governor Kathy Hochul's hometown in Buffalo. Hochul has proposed more than $1 billion in cuts for Medicaid programs in the New York's next budget. The governor says there's a need to rein in Medicaid spending. The protesters, however, say Medicaid funding levels are already low, and they say that underfunding has hospitals and nursing homes cutting or reducing vital services. Coast TV News will be right back.
Allergies? With Allegra, they won't stop me. Nothing beats Allegra. It's the fastest, non-drowsy 24-hour allergy relief. Live your greatness.
Pesky leaks? Gorilla Waterproof Patch and Seal Spray seals out water, air, and moisture. Stops and prevents leaks indoors, outdoors, and virtually anywhere you need. Available in a full line of sealant products.
Are you having one of those days where everything that can go wrong does? Meet Preston, a normal guy with extraordinary bad luck. This is where the law office trap nickel steps in. We've got your back, even when you fall on it. Our skilled personal injury team is committed to defending your rights and converting adversity into significant compensation. Don't hesitate. Get the justice you deserve. The law office of Trap Nickel. Your priority is our priority.
A wet crawl space is a lurking hazard, inviting mold, rot, and structural worries. The answer is Brazier's Crawl Space Encapsulation. Our specialist tailors the solution to your exact crawl space. Our expert team cleans and upgrades your crawl space into a pristine, protected environment, and we only use April Air dehumidifiers. Reliable and robust, complete with a 5-year warranty. Take the first step to a drier, safer home. Call Brazier's or visit our website. Your peace of mind is just one call away.
You probably wouldn't know David Trone grew up on a struggling farm, cleaning hog pens and trudging to an outhouse in winter, till the farm was lost to the bank and David started a business to support his family. Then again, when you see all the bills David's passed to help struggling working families, maybe you would. David will keep fighting to give everyone a fair shake, refusing to take a nickel from PACs and lobbyists who wield such an unfair influence. Unlike most politicians, David only answers to you.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
Dog lovers celebrate their pets every day, but today there's a cause for extra celebration because it's National Puppy Day. It's a chance to pay tribute to the gift of unconditional love that puppies give so freely. It's also a chance to consider the many puppies currently in animal shelters and think about possibly adopting one. According to NationalDayCalendar.com, author Colleen Page founded National Puppy Day in 2006.
Well, we've got some pretty chilly conditions moving into the area this evening. Following all the wet weather we dealt with today, the wind, that has lingered behind, and along with it, cold air has rushed in. So as I take a live look out on our Bay Health King Campus camera in Dover this evening, well, you can see the trees waving in the wind. The camera's a little bit shaky out there this evening with those northwesterly winds at 24 miles per hour. You add on top of that, the temperature's down to 36 degrees already. Wind chills down into the 20s now. So if you are heading out tonight or early Sunday morning, you're going to want to grab those extra layers. It is downright cold out there, and we're going to be seeing these chilly conditions last for the next couple of days. Winds, they're going to last all the way through Tuesday, especially right along the beach. If you want a forecast, call our Coast TV First Alert Weather Line 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. That forecast looking on the cool side of the next couple of days, but at least we've got sunshine Sunday and Monday. Coastal flooding is going to be a problem Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday is going to be the worst coastal flooding days with moderate, maybe even some major coastal flooding possible as those winds turn to more onshore, and we've got a full moon, so water levels are already pretty high out there. And then those temperatures, they start to rise as we head towards the second half of the week, but not before a little more rain arrives on Wednesday. Light rain showers. Not going to be anything like what we saw today. Temps in the 60s Thursday, Friday, and then all the way through next weekend. 62 degrees by next Saturday, 64 next Sunday, and then look, we finally have a 70-degree on the 10-day, but it's 10 days away. So we still got a little while to go until we get that real springtime warmth.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Saturday Night Live starts right now. Have a great night.